Hello, everybody. If you are joining me now, I decided it would be nice to stream some original, well, the remake of the original Resident Evil. I've kind of had them a lot in my mind lately and haven't played them for a bit, so I figure now is the perfect time to sort of dive in and start watching them, start playing them again. And those of you who are at home, maybe never seen them before, but always been kind of curious about the storylines or whatever, you can follow along with me.
Hello, everybody.
While I wax on nostalgia, and I'm just gonna kind of share. Rather than just have just straight up gameplay footage, I think I might just, talk a bit about the game and what it was like when I first started playing it. The game started as it was in 1996, and I remember I picked it up from my teacher because my teacher, she was rather young and she was a gamer as well, and she had asked me. She said she's like, "Oh, you have a PlayStation?" And I was like, "Yeah, PlayStation. The first PlayStation ever done was brand new at the time." And she says, "Well," she says, "Well, I'm selling some of my PlayStation games. Do you want any of them?" And I said, "Well, what games have you got?" She had some racing games, and I was like, "Nah." And then she's like, "I got this one called Resident Evil." Well, she had three. She had this one called Tomb Raider, if you've heard of it. She had Resident Evil, and she had Tecmo's Deception. And I remember asking her, like, what's explain them to me. And she's like, "Well, Tomb Raider's kind of Indiana Jones, but you're this woman going around adventuring and solving puzzles." And I was kind of like, "All right, that one sounds pretty good, but I don't know if I want to buy it because I could only afford to buy like two of them off of it, right?" And she's like, "Well, what's this Deception about?" Deception's like, well, Deception's this game where you're in this big mansion and you're like this crazy serial killer and you're like luring people into the house to kill them and do experiments on them and things. And I was like, "Oh yeah, okay." That sounds interesting. And I said, "Well, what about this Resident Evil game?" And she said, "Well, Resident Evil is actually kind of the opposite of Deception, whereas there's this big mansion and you're a police officer going into it, and there's crazy people and monsters in the house trying to kill you." And I was like, "Oh." So I ended up buying Deception and Resident Evil off of her, and I kind of passed on Tomb Raider. Yeah, well, gotta remember though, this was the first Tomb Raider, so it hadn't taken off quite yet. And so I was like, okay, and I remember putting in Deception, and Deception ended up being something I'd played a demo of, so I remembered it, and I was like, okay, I guess I've got this game now. And then I put in Resident Evil, and it was a hell of an experience. And I'll talk a little bit more about it once I get into it. It won't be this version of the game, however. I'm not a big fan of remakes, but when this remake was originally released, I was not keen on it because the original game to me, it was one of those scenarios of like, well, why do we need to fix it, you know? Like why do we need to fix don't fix what ain't broke. So I just kind of said, okay, let's just, pass on that. And I only came back to this remake because the Resident Evil 2 game, which eventually did come out, also got a remake. And I was again sketchy about whether or not I would like a remake of Resident Evil 2 because that one, in my opinion, was on par with the original game and better in a lot of ways. So it's like you don't remake what isn't broken. But I said, fine. You know what? I will try the Resident Evil remake demo. I really loved it. Bought the game when it came out, played all the way through it. And then I was like, I never really did give that original Resident Evil remake a try. So, oh, you're here. Welcome, Alexis. I've just been kind of explaining the my history with Resident Evil, starting in '96. If you're only just here now, but basically, I got the game off my teacher and played it, and it was one of the most incredible experiences of my life. And as I was about to say right before I started talking to you, um, the experience was incredible because for me, you have to remember when the original PlayStation came out. This was one of the first instances where a game tried to be seriously a horror story. I had never seen anything like this in a game prior to playing Resident Evil. And so it was a wild experience, from the music being haunting and creepy and the zombies shambling around and not knowing what's just around the corner. It was a pretty amazing experience. So let's dive into the actual game now. And as we go, as I said earlier during my intro, I'm gonna play through the game, but rather than having people just watch the gameplay footage, I'm gonna give a little bit of my. This is the first Resident Evil. Yes, this is the remake of the original Resident Evil. And as I stated earlier, I'm not a huge fan of remakes of something that, in my opinion, doesn't need a remake. However, much like the Resident Evil 2 remake, which I played before this one, was a very, very faithful, in my opinion at least. Um, it was. Oh, crap. I'm getting a phone call. Go figure. 1 second, folks. It's a very important call I have to take. It came a lot later in the day than I was expecting. My apologies. I'll be right back. Hello, hello. I am back. Very sorry about that, folks. It was a family phone call that I had to take. So, anyways, as I was saying, I had never experienced a game quite like Resident Evil until, I put that thing in and started playing it. So, it was pretty life-changing in a lot of ways because I expected games to sort of function in a certain way, and you didn't really see games that were made to be horror and what have you. So what I'm going to do now, we'll get the game started, and I will run the game, and rather than just you guys watching me play a video game, I'm also just going to sort of talk about the game as we go through it. I won't talk during anything important like cutscenes or whatever, but I will definitely bring up a lot of the just the memories I have and kind of the nostalgia you get from it. Because there is a lot that happens in this game that was just incredible, and a lot of kind of moments that are infamous amongst gamers who grew up playing them. So here we go, and we will display wide original alternates. We will just go with what we got here. Oh God. Do we want to overexert ourselves? Do we want to have some fun? Or do we want to take a walk? We'll take a walk. So yeah, here's where you get to choose from one of two now pretty amazing characters. You had Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine. Both characters have a similar journey, but definitely slightly different outcomes. The end of the game, you can still achieve the same result for both players, but depending on which one you choose, will determine the other characters that are in the story with you. So, for example, if I play as Chris, the other character who I will encounter is Rebecca Chambers, who is another member of the STARS team that Chris and Jill are a member of. Or if you play as Jill, then you'll work with Barry, who's another member of the STARS, and you have kind of different storylines to follow with the two of them, and how your other fellow officer reacts, and the incidents that take place. So you have two different ways to play it. For the most part, the gameplay will be similar. I've always liked Jill, so I'm gonna go with Jill this time. Maybe if we come back another time, I'll do a playthrough with Chris, and then you guys can see what Rebecca was like. Yeah, but let's go with Jill.
Alpha Team is flying around
July
the forest circle situated
1998.
in northwest Raccoon City, where we are searching for the helicopter of our compatriots, Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of their mission.
Haven't found it yet?
No, not yet, Brad. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. The Bravo Team was sent in to investigate, but we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
Bravo Team's helicopter was a derelict.
The original intro to Resident Evil
Save for the remaining body of Kevin.
was live action. It was like a B-grade movie that they
We
filmed.
continued our search for the other members, and it turned into a nightmare.
There's Wesker. You should run now.
Come on! Hey! Brad! Where the hell's he going? Chris, this way.
Thank you, Wesker.
Damn it! Make for that mansion!
Yeah, it takes place July 1998, which was my 18th birthday, actually. So I was kind of stoked that they didn't specify what day, so I could always pretend it was on my birthday. This game came out in
There are only
96.
3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Barry, and myself. We don't know where Chris is.
What is this place?
Not quite your ordinary house, that's for sure.
Hey, Wesker, where's Chris?
Jill, no! You don't want to go back out there.
But we've got to find...
What was that?
Chris?
No.
Jill, go and investigate.
I'm going with her. Chris and I go back a long way.
All right. You two go. I'll secure this area.
Stay sharp.
So yeah, as I said, game came out in 96, so 2 years before 98 when the story takes place. The STARS, Special Tactics and Rescue Service. If you ever see any of these characters in a game, and now comes one of the most interesting things. The game has a fixed camera, and you maneuver around
I think you better
inside.
take a look at this.
What is it?
So as you move around, you have to sort of position yourself in a optimal spot for combat, depending on
See
where
if
you're
you can
standing.
find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Let's just hope it's not Chris's.
So it takes a little getting used to, but as you can see, the camera is like this, so if a creature or something attacked us right now, I can't maneuver around. I have to stand in this position and, try to line up a shot, say, across the table. So it can be very difficult. Sorry, I'm trying to learn this controller all over again, because as I said, it's a little difficult. There should be a run button. Now, there's my map. There's my inventory. Health meter, etc., etc. There's the run button. You can see the item on the table. That's an ink ribbon. Don't need that. That's for saving your game. I won't need that yet. This game actually taught you to investigate your surroundings a lot. And find clues such as this. When the two have run each other through, the path to your destiny will open. And if you look to the left, there is a portrait with the two men stabbing each other. So if you sort of look at where the swords are, I believe that's the clue for what time it has to be. The game does not go on in real time, but as we progress through the story, eventually we'll reach the time and that should unlock. Alright, so I'm supposed to investigate the gunshot. Well, let's go have a look around. And you look around. Is there anything to see? What's down here? Elevator. Staircase. It's locked. An emblem of a sword is carved into the lock. Alright. An emblem of armor is carved. It's locked from the other side. Alright. And you just notice the atmosphere that the game has is very, very unique to a game, at least, like I said back then. One of the most iconic scenes in video game history now, I think. So you want to kind of wait maybe till you can see him to make sure you shoot him right. And all you can do is listen. Is he dead? We don't know. But let's run and tell Barry. We just found one of our teammates being eaten alive.
Barry!
What is it?
Look out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of it! What the hell is this thing?
I found Kenneth killed by this thing. Let's report this to Wesker.
Run. Kenneth being a member of the original team that came here first. Oh, not dead after all.
Wesker! Jill, help me look for him. Let's not leave this hall.
Good idea.
Have a look around. Oh, stuck on a pillar. And that's kind of the problem, again, with the fixed camera. You know, you can't always see what you're running against. Better to finish searching the hall first. Okay. Well, I don't see anything, Barry. How about you? Check upstairs, I guess. Doors that lead to the outside. Can't make anything out through the darkness and fog. Ooh, this control is gonna take some getting used to. My god, is it clunky. Oh.
Barry.
Any luck, Jill?
No, nothing. What's going on around here? I can't figure it out.
Same here.
Chris, and now Wesker.
There's not much we can do. We can search for him separately. I'll investigate the dining room again.
Okay, then. I'll try the door on the other side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could easily get lost. Let's start from the first floor.
Okay.
Oh! I almost forgot. It's a lockpick. You'd make better use of it.
Thanks. I may need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. Got it?
Okay.
Alright, so he's gonna go that way. Let's go back and check on Kenneth's body, shall we? Yeah. Again, that would be your first kind of story deviation. Jill gets the lockpick and Chris gets a lighter, because there's going to be puzzles that require a lighter and some things that require a lockpick. Jill gets to just straight up pick the locks, whereas Chris has to find small keys to unlock them, and then Jill has to find a lighter to do the puzzles involving the fire, whereas Chris can just... What the shit? That zombie's in the hallway down there, but you can't bloody see him. Kenneth. He's holding something. The film that belonged to Kenneth. I need a video player to see what's recorded on it. Guess I'll do that later. His throat's been torn out. Oh crap. He's there alright. And as you can see, there's no way to tell where he is, but if you want, you can run down that hallway and hope the camera angle doesn't get you killed. So that's kind of the scary thing about playing this game. You don't know what's ahead until the camera shifts for you. There could be a zombie right there with his back turned, and I won't know until I'm too close to do anything about it. Right here, he could come around the corner and grab me, and you wouldn't know until he's practically there. So you get a lot of good jump scare value in a game.
So you don't want help? Okay, tomorrow? Love you.
Green herbs. So, green herbs. There's like freaking shackles on the wall there. That's comforting. There's a corpse collapsed on the floor like it was an instant death. What the hell happened here? A large bird cage. There's a dead raven inside. Hey, buddy kitty. But yeah, roaming these creepy corridors was a very interesting experience. I'd never... oh, in the mirror, you can see that he's over there. No, no getting through that door before he gets to us. How many shots do I have? Not many. This was also a game where you really had to consider certain things like your ammunition very carefully. In a lot of games nowadays, it's all about shoot and kill as much as you possibly can with, you know, practically unlimited bullets, it seems. Whereas in this game, if you don't spend your ammo wisely, you may very well not have any for quite a while, and then you're fighting with your knife. And you don't want to take on zombies and some of these brutal creatures that you'll inevitably come across with a knife. So here we are. What is this? Whoever takes this emblem finds peace and death. So there's a key there. Will you take the mansion key? The walls close in. And we sprung a death trap. An armor-shaped emblem. We're going to put that right back in there. And as you can see, it disarms the trap. So obviously we have to get something else to place in there to save ourselves the gruesome death that will occur if we take that key. And the door is locked. The carving of a helmet. Alright, so we know there's nothing to be had this way yet, but we know where the key is. So now it's a matter of coming back here when we have the right item to reclaim that. There's an inscription on the shield. Death is only the beginning. But yeah, you know, it was so amazing to just sort of walk, you know, the halls of a mansion with deadly creatures all around you and not knowing where they're going to come from next and what to sort of expect from them. And to not really know anything about the game either, because you got to remember, I got this game, like I said, just, you know, from somebody I knew, so I knew nothing about the story going into it, just that, you know, you're a cop in a thing with, in a house with people trying to kill you. And it's such a bizarre story to just come into, and, you know, you come in there and the zombie's eating your friend's face, and you're like, whoa, okay, that's messed up, and oops, I did not mean to click on him twice. See if there's anything there. Nope. But in this game, you want to really sort of click everything, because there could be an item here that you can't see thanks to the camera angle. Usually she will recoil if the zombie is too close. And as you can see, we have no idea where he is because of the fixed camera. Oh, there he is. Now, these zombies are actually very dangerous in the sense that if you do not shoot them in the head, or take their head clean off, or burn their body, they can wake up and become actually more volatile and dangerous the next time. So, yeah, you definitely want to kill things in this and make sure they're dead. Alright, so, is there anything there? A heavy-looking picture. This game is changed slightly. There's an added storyline. Wonder what's on the other side of this door. Well, you just heard whatever the hell's on the other side of that door, and it don't sound good. But that whole doorway back there is completely new. It was not in the original game at release. Because they were remaking the game, they re-added it. It was something that was just cut for whatever the reason, and when they did the remake, they threw it all back in there to give people new things to experience. One of the reasons that this remake is actually so good, in my opinion anyway, is because it actually keeps a lot of original music and things like that from the original game. So you'll see a lot of things changed, but not... It still pays a lot of respect to the original. It knows it's not the first. And that's why I appreciate this one. That's why I appreciated the Resident Evil 2 remake so much, was because it knew that it was a remake and it wasn't trying to pretend to be the only version in existence. So, there's a mansion map. The first floor, anyway. So there you go. There's the first puzzle. The game is full of puzzles and things like that. As you can see, some puzzles are very straightforward, and others are going to be a little less so. Alright, we got us a dagger. Okay. A defensive item. You can escape momentarily when grabbed. Go to the status screen, put it in there. Okay. Alright, oops. So, let's... Equipped. Oh, it is equipped already, so that's good. And I don't think... Oops. I don't think I have to change any of that other stuff in there, so... Well, we'll see what happens when I gotta use it. Get away, get away, get away! Run, run, run. It's locked. An emblem of a sword is carved in the lock. Oh, he's getting up. Run. So as you can see, you know, I was able to put him down, but it doesn't go for very long. And other people have said it, but it is very true that most games nowadays rely on these gigantic open worlds, you know, full of, like, you know, huge maps and mountains and what have you. And that's all fine. But what Resident Evil kind of did was it locked you into like one location and makes you rerun it multiple times. So we're going to spend a lot of time running back and forth through these very same corridors, doing different things that you have to do in order to survive. And it's really you become very familiar with the location to the point you know your way around it inside and out by the time the game is done, or several playthroughs. Oh, what's that? You can hear them. Oh crap, he's right there. Turn around. No, whoa, that's not cool. There we go. That worked out better than I thought it was going to. Can we push this? Yeah, there we go. Where are we going? Hey look, there's a hole in the... There's a hole, okay. Let's, Oh, stab him! Stab him! Ugh. There we go. Another puzzle partially solved. The blood pool coming out is an indication that he's dead. In the original game, the zombies didn't come back as like hyper crazy powerful if you didn't kill them. You could shoot them to death and they would fall down and not get back up, and that blood pool coming out was the sign that they were actually dead. Oh, another dagger? Okay, I'll take that. So there's nothing else here for me. Damn. Okay, let's get the hell out of here then. And then there's a lot of... There's definitely times where, as I said, you sort of feel like a rat in a maze in this game, because you gotta really sort of figure out where you've tried to go before. Like, see, I hadn't tried this door yet, but we will now. And you just kind of gotta figure out. There's always somewhere to go to get to where you need to be. It's just a matter of finding it. Whoa. A crumbling tombstone. There's no name or inscription. It's over here. Graveyard. Shotgun shells. We're running out of space in the inventory, but we will eventually find a safe room where we can lock our, or unload our stuff. A tomb engraved with a picture of an angel. There's an indentation in the shape of an arrowhead. So we're looking for an arrowhead. Whoa. Alright, so back up here. I know there's nothing else here. I ended up, the first time I played it, I got killed by the first zombie, that one in the hallway, and just it biting into you and the blood just spraying and everything, and it was just like, wow. And this kind of nasty, crunchy, wet noise it made. And I remember thinking, maybe I'll go back and play this game, but then I put it off again, and I couldn't really think about why it was that I was putting off going back to the game, and the reason being was it was actually really disturbing. So I had kind of stopped myself from revisiting it for that reason. Just gonna lock his ass in there, so in case... This door was locked, wasn't it? Oh yeah, an emblem of a sword. Okay, where's the map? Where have we been? Alright, red doors, I assume are... Yeah, those are the locked ones we can't get through. Been up there, can't access those. So my guess is there's a clue somewhere that's been overlooked. Maybe that zombie has a thing on him or something. Do you have a weapon or a knife? Are you holding the key or something, maybe? I'm gonna leave and go back in there. Maybe shoot. Oh, wait, no. I think there was another hallway over there that I forgot to go through. Now that I'm really thinking about it, actually, I'm pretty sure it was this way. Because there was another turn where that zombie was in the mirror that I didn't go to because I wanted to save ammo. Looks like I'm gonna have to go through him. Once you know the game inside, the game, like, to play through it, like, for the first time can take quite a bit of time to get through. I think my first playthrough on Resident Evil, the original, was about 12 hours. And once you've played it several times, you can actually just fly through it with almost no... with almost no problems. Not necessarily as much in the difficulty not being a problem, but more in the sense of you just know where all you know how to solve the puzzles and everything. So you can usually do it in about 2-3 hours. I know there's a lot of speed runs where it goes a lot faster, but yep. All right, what you got over here? Oh, that's comforting. Oh, what's this? Oh, there's our arrowhead. Yes, we know to examine the item. Oh, get some bullets. And the ammo thankfully stacks. Oh, what's this? And I think we're back in that other area that I was in earlier. I unlocked it! Yay! So this will be back into the area where we couldn't access before. Yep, see? So now we can get through there. Okay, so... another thing that was really cool, yes, you could examine items and spin them around to find the clues on them, which is pretty cool. The arrowhead looks like it can be removed, so you pull the arrowhead off. And look at that. It's made from peridot, sometimes referred to as the poor man's emerald. But, I mean, you could... oh, wait, no, get out of there. But that applied to everything, too, right? Like, just for fun, you could look at your gun and check out the pistol that she uses. Kind of cool, huh? Never look down the barrel of a gun. Oh. So yeah, let's get the heck out of here now. Now we know where to go. Take the arrowhead back there, unlock the next pathway. That'll probably give us our next clue as to, or maybe even a key to unlock some of these doors. And on goes the adventure. Wait, there's the door. And that's kind of another thing about, especially if you go into the game blind, I think that's kind of what added to a lot of the charm of this game, was that not knowing what the story was about. I mean, most people are pretty familiar now with Resident Evil simply because of all the movies and references. I mean, I played Dead by Daylight, and Chris and Jill and Rebecca and them are... oh, yeah, I know that there's... oh, I have to use it from the inventory. Okay. Click use. There we go. So a lot of people are familiar with a lot of the Resident Evil characters, like Wesker especially too now. But it's kind of surprising a lot of people have never seen... a lot of people have never experienced the original games and don't really know where, you know, these characters come from. So they're definitely worth looking into. Especially if you like a good horror game. That can only be a good thing up there, right? A book is fitted perfectly in the indentation. The Book of Curses. The following inscription is carved in the indentation. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. The flames are burning higher and higher. It looks as if they're likely to overtake you at any minute. Okay. Statue or the hole where the mouth should be. Stone statue with holes where the eyes, nose, and mouth should be. Stone statue with a hole where the eyes should be. So we gotta find the eyes, the mouth, the nose, etc. And obviously bring them back here and shove them in there to fix whatever that is. Oh, hey, let's examine the book because, again, it's a clue. So, it's probably... Oh! There's the key in the back. Look at that. Yes, I'm gonna remove the key. Obviously. Book of Curses is now open. And then you'll find lots of books and notes that you can read through as well. The Four Masks. A mask that speaks no evil, one that smells no evil, sees no evil, a mask that cannot speak, smell, or see evil. When all four fall into place, evil will awaken. Alright, cool. We should definitely open that then. Alright, so we got a key, so let's check it out. Examine it. And hey, look, there's a sword on it. So, an engraving of a sword. Incidentally, even if you didn't inspect it, you should still be able to use it on the doors without looking. But, you know, might as well use the game mechanic if it's there, right? Alright, let's go open some sword doors. See where we end up. We'll start with the downstairs. Is this a sword door? An emblem of a helmet. Okay. The hell? I could, but yeah, you see how I was clicking on the door on the other screen, but I had to move over and shift the camera angle for the door to freaking open. Yeah, you can stay in there, buddy. There we go. Unlock with the sword key. There we go. One of the most infamous hallways in Resident Evil is this one right here. Will you take the dagger? Sure. And something else you can do is combine your herbs to create stronger versions. Herbs in this game are the medicine. Dude. Well, that crack, that can't be good. Anyways. Let's push this. No? Oh, I can see it. Can't reach it. No? Okay, gotta push it this way then. Oh, there it is. As you can see, there's a clip on the ground, so we're gonna grab that. We're actually doing okay for bullets. There should be like a way to reload. There it is. You definitely want to make sure your ammo is always reloaded. In this game, not having a reload is easily a difference between life and death. Oh, and we used the lockpick. As I said, had this been Chris, he would have had to find an actual tiny key for the door, which they aren't too terribly hard to find when you're Chris. You'll usually find... Oh, look, the dogs are here. That's good. Alright, let's be careful, and, what's that? Take some chemical to use on plants, I guess so. And as you can see, there's green herbs. Can't carry anything else at the time. But we do know we can return here. Oh god, that dog is gonna jump the freaking fence, isn't he? There's a can of fuel. We gotta get the hell out of here. They will jump the fence, and they will mess your face up in a hurry if you are not careful. So, don't mess around with the dogs. They're really, really dangerous. They're not slow and shambling like the zombies can be. Oh, lovely. Well, I guess we'll take a bath. Remove the plug. I guess so. Where's the plug? Well, I can come back later. Holy shit. Don't just stand there. Oh, there you go. Squish the head. Blech. She's still new to this whole zombie thing, even though she won't be later. Try to bear with her, please. She won't be this way forever. What's through this door, I wonder? I got so many daggers to stab people with. Traces of something burnt here, and I could smell meets the air. Well, hello. But I can't carry any more items. Damn. Can I eat this herb? There we go. Yeah, that's right. So them zombies, they're about to have a real bad day the next time they get in the way. As you can see, you can aim up, you can aim down, so you can take somebody's leg off, or you can aim up and take their head off. Obviously, the headshot is what you want to go for. Alright, nothing else in there, I don't think. The door won't open. Alright, we'll go back. We'll go back. I'll put it back. I'm sorry.
Oh god, what did I do now? Wesker! Barry! Help!
Jill! You in there?
Barry? Get me out of here! The door's jammed!
Stand back! Grab
Grab
my
her!
hand!
Well, that was close, wasn't it?
Barry!
That was a close one. A second late, you would have fit nicely into a sandwich.
Really? Thanks. But Barry, didn't you say you were going back to the dining room to find other clues? I'm glad and all, but why are you here?
I just had something I wanted to check. Anyway, we should get back to searching for Wesker and Chris.
Thanks, Barry. I owe you one.
Don't mention it.
And he just leaves. It's like, why don't we stay together and be safer? Actually, the first time in the original game that happened, I did. The cutscene doesn't activate as fast as it does in this version. So I was literally unloading the shotgun on the door, thinking I had to blow the door off the hinges. Tried my pistol, nothing worked. The knife, before finally the cutscene kicked in after I'd lost so much of my holy crap, there's a dude right there. See, you gotta pay attention to your surroundings in this game. Yeah, well, you freaking bring it on, bro. You think you're that good? He does. And that's that. He ain't gonna wake up from that one. There's like brain fragments on the ground. But yeah, so, I was just unloading my gun on the door. I lost so much ammo trying to take care of that. And as I said, here we are. We found our first safe room. So now you've got 8 slots, so it comes down to pick your poison? Do you want to like leave the knife behind and maybe run out of bullets and have no way of fighting because you can't use your fists in this game? Do you want to just leave, you know, the chemical here because you're not sure if you're going to need it yet or not? I don't think I'm going to need the chemical, so I'm not going to take that, but as you can see, there's a first aid spray in here. First appearance of the first aid spray. A few Dead by Daylight people are in here. Leave this heal in here. I try to keep my heals in the box here so that I can use it as a first aid station, because you just never know. I need to get out of there for a second so that I can combine those there. There we go. Don't ask me why the game just didn't auto, you know, put them together when it goes into your inventory, but it doesn't. Oh, there's another thing of bullets there. So as you can see, we got a lot of handgun rounds. So it comes down to, we have a lot of handgun rounds, but not a lot of shotgun rounds. So maybe you want to save the shotgun rounds. But you have to really be careful. So there's a fuel canteen. We can fill it here. There's plenty of kerosene left. Refill your fuel canteen? Yes, we will. Okay, so now, whenever the zombies are down, we should be able to set them on fire. I don't think I need the lighter yet, but I guess we'll find out. And as you can see, you can only burn 2 zombies with it, so you're going to make trips back here. I think if I click on it now, it'll say there's, you know, some fuel, or there's half fuel or something. So you can only refill several times. So you have to choose to be very careful with how you fight your battles in this game. And of course, you can hear him, but not see him. And can I get close without getting bitten into? Hey, man. How you doing? Hey, come here. Get closer. Oh, crap! And as you can see, that was a stomach wound, not a headshot. Can I just burn him? It's not necessary to use this now. Okay. I guess we don't know he's going to freak out yet. There's no note about knob on this door you can't go through. Can I unlock this door? You unlocked it. Okay. This one is going to take us back out. If we go to our map, that is going to take us second floor. Oh, we haven't been there yet. Alright. I just want to check down this hallway before we go through that door. So there's a door here. Yes, I figured it would be locked. Okay. And let's see what's over here. This actually may be the room where... Oh, some more herbs. No, somebody's like... parlor or study. Oh, and you see above the, there's a map above there. An unlit fireplace. So if I had Chris, I could light the fireplace with the lighter, but with Jill I have to find it. And then there's a map up on the wall, as you can see. And I think if we put this... Oh, it's locked. An emblem of a helmet. Okay, so no go yet. Do I have room in my inventory? So what I'm going to do is always take the kind of herbs, especially if you're close to the safe room. Take your herbs. Let's combine them. A red herb and a green herb. Red herb triples the effect of anything you mix it with. Green is health, so now we got a full heal there. A green and a green also makes a full heal. And then there's, later on, there will be blue herbs, which are for poison, curing poison if you get, you know, inflicted with it, which you probably will. As there are many different types of horrific things waiting for us out there in the mansion. We just haven't seen them yet. Oh yeah, that was locked. Yeah, armor. Okay. So we're just gonna real quick, we're gonna go put this in the storage box in here. Probably wouldn't hurt to put that in there, because there will be other storage boxes around the mansion and like in different areas of the property that we'll get access to eventually, and your stuff transfers between your chests. So you kind of want to... No, I don't want to put the gun in there. Are you insane? Put my heels up there. Sometimes it's a good idea just to keep maybe one herb on you in case something bad happens. Actually, there was a herb up in the thing there. I'm gonna leave the herb in here too. Oh, did I take the damn chemical? Put the chemical back. Oh, now I took the herb. Whatever, we're keeping the herb. Let's go. So you see, he's still there. He's not dead. If he was dead, he'd be like gone. So don't trust anybody. What's this? You take the wooden mount. I guess so. What the hell is it? What's inside? There's a paper attached to the inside. Nothing is written on it. And you know what? I'm pretty sure that is the thing we put in over the fireplace. So I'm gonna go see if I can do that right now. But yeah, the game had actually, as I was saying a little bit ago there, the game had actually just kind of disturbed me so much that I stopped playing it. And it wasn't until like a month or so later I was like, well, maybe I should give it another try. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so that clears up the space in our inventory, and we don't have to have it sitting in our chest not knowing what it's for. But yeah, so I finally worked up the courage again to go back and play the game again, and that was when I really got into it. And I was playing with a couple of friends actually, and it turned into this kind of like weekend event where it's like, let's play Resident Evil, see if we can finish it. And it took some time to finish. I'm gonna check back here. I think the hallway is shorter over here, as I seem to recall. Yep. But you'll find clues. I think in here is the botany book, which explains what the herbs do and everything. So you want to sort of find all the clues scattered around the mansion for what everything does and what to expect. Oh, there's bullets there. That's a good thing. Definitely a good thing we came through here then. And you know what? I'm going to start using some of these bullets because, well, again, like I said, I could down the zombie, but I can't light him on fire yet, it seems, so... I run the risk of him only getting up even angry. Oh, and there's our lighter. Perfect. You open a journal. The pages are blank. Oops. Yeah, okay. And check the bookshelves, because you never know. There's could be something anywhere. Nope. Alright. Go this way. Or did I just double back through the same door that I came in through? Oh, so there you go. There's no knob, so you can't go through the door that... So that's a one-way door. So if I was being chased by a creature or something, maybe, and I wanted to run away, then I would be kind of dead-ended there. Unless I kept going the other direction. It's locked. An emblem of armor. Oops. The button to check the door is the same one to make the text disappear. So if you tap it like the wrong second, you reread everything, which is kind of a pain in the ass. But, you know, whatever. Nobody's perfect. This doesn't seem to be anything useful here. Okay. Let's check the door. It's locked. An emblem of armor? Of course. Doesn't seem to be anything useful here. And we use the sword key, yay. But yeah, you may notice, especially if you like a... Oh, Barry.
Barry.
Jill, got any good news?
Other than I'm still alive in this madhouse? No.
Can't say it's much safer here either. We'd better secure our escape route first. There's gotta be a back door somewhere.
All right then, let's split up again.
See you later.
Ciao.
An emblem of armor. Alrighty then. It's locked from the other side. I'm trying to remember. Was there another... I think there was another sword door through here, yes? But yeah, the... I think that zombie I already messed up is in here, isn't he? Yep, he's still down though, so that, oh, you know what? Can I burn his body? Yet? No? Okay. Well, fine. I didn't want to anyway. There's the sword key, there we go. But yeah, what was I saying earlier before I saw Barry? You can hear the footsteps. Is he just around the corner? Is he farther away? Well, he's definitely getting closer. She actually auto-aims towards... Oh, there's one coming up the stairs on the other side. She will auto-aim at a target that's close. Ah, there we go. Pretty good zombie effects, right? Now it's like, how close do you let him get before you take a shot, right? Oh, about that close, I guess. And there's one right there. You'll see she auto-aims when she sees something that you don't. Oh, there he is. Come on, dude. Let's end your suffering. There we go. You unlocked it. Okay, that's good. What about this one? An emblem of a helmet. Okay. Before I go through that door, I'm just going to go down here, because I know there is another safe room down here. Do I have bullet? How many bullets I got left? 2. Okay, good. Just in case there's somebody out right there. Don't trust him. There we go. Woot. Alright, put that herb in there. And we want to keep everything else pretty much. Oh wait, in here there was ink ribbons. We should save the game, because this isn't one of those games where it's like, oh, there's an autosave every once in a while. I mean, I guess there might be now that I'm playing it on an updated system, but if you die, you're dead. So save your game, or you're starting from the beginning. And you don't want to do that. Oh, and as you can see, I got my saves here. Alright, well, I guess, I will save my game. I'll save in slot 2. One of those saves is probably for, like, near the end of the thing, but yeah. Oh my god, there's spoilers in there. Don't look. You didn't see that there's secretly going to be an underground lab of some kind. Put the ink ribbon in there. Get out of there. Alright, anything else in here? A well-used bed. Read into that however you want. Serums of all kinds and others of a sickly color. Alright. Anything there? Yeah. A shelf full of pills and elixirs you've never seen. Many of them have changed colors. How do you know they've changed colors if you've never seen them before? I mean, if I saw, you know, green Tylenol, that would probably be like, okay, that's not right, but... Alright, let's go this way. What have we got? Oh. I disobeyed my own rule. Check everything. Nothing but cleaning products. It smells faintly unpleasant. Okay. Use the lockpick. What's that? A broken shotgun? Oh, there you go. If I had been Chris, Barry's not around to save you, so you need to take the broken shotgun and put it in that trap where Jill almost got squished, and that's how you get the shotgun out of there. You take the battery pack. Not yet, I won't. Not sure what I would use the battery pack for. Oh, there's some more fuel. Some ink ribbons. I guess I'll take some ink ribbons. Is there anything there? Yeah. Alright, so we know there's a battery pack in there. We'll have to go back and get it. Ugh. Run away, run away, run away. I'm just gonna deposit the ink ribbons in here. Little baby kitty. And if you ever play the game, make sure you do it in the dark, because this is a game best played in the dark. On a stormy night, etc., etc., you get the picture. Spend a lot of weekends playing it, actually. Trying to solve puzzles and whatever, and looking back on it now, it's all pretty straightforward and normal and what have you, but, oops, I gotta finish what I was doing over here. But there's a lot of, oh, it's locked. An emblem of armor. Okay. Let's get that battery pack then. But yeah, a lot of nostalgia in me for this game. Some of the best years of my gaming life are coming around when this game... Shut up. Just some old... It's not just some old furniture. There's a thing right there, you liar. Yeah, that's right. Take it. Where did that go? Whatever. As long as she stored it for herself, that's all I care about. But yeah. As I say, a lot of backtracking, you know, we'll be back through here time and time again. Oops. Wrong way. Tell me that that's not strange. That they wouldn't have just left that open and just had the banister going around the staircase to stop people from falling. Why would they block that off? Obviously people are going to want to go that way and not have to walk all the way around the bloody stairs. The architects of putz. Though, if I ever had the chance to rebuild this entire mansion because I was like a millionaire, I would totally do that for real. Oh, looks like he's up on his feet again. Hey! Bruh, what you doing? Yeah, it's not even giving me an option, or will it? Oh, it will! There we go. Yep. There we go. Torched him. No worries about getting my ass beat for not doing that the right way. It's locked from the other side. Okay. Where's the door that had a sword carving it that I haven't found yet? Was there one downstairs? No, I think I got that already. Well, and this led to that other hallway that we were just in. Well, we dropped that statue down. Oh, down there. We need to go back down the stairs through the kitchen to the original hallway where Kenneth got killed. Yes, that's it. Because I think I've checked all these other doors now. That hallway where Kenneth was killed, that will be where we have to go next. But yeah. Oh look, you're still up. How about that? Yeah, I'm just gonna put you down. But by burning this guy, I'm now out of stuff. It's locked from the other side. So now he's dead. It's locked. Emblem of armor. Interesting. Alright. Well, there's a door somewhere that I'm not thinking about. Elevator. It doesn't stop on this floor. I don't think I can go through here either. Oh? Okay. Oh, no further use for the key. Discard it. Yes. That way you don't encumber yourself with items that are useless anymore. That's the nice thing about the game. What the hell sound is that? Oh. It's a bunch of bugs crawling around on the ground. Okay. What the shit is that, man? A piece of meat from an unidentified source. The dishes are crawling with maggots. So what you're saying is this has been going down for a while then. More bullets. Take the dagger. Lovely. I can't even torch his ass. Power is not on. Okay, so no way to use that yet. It's locked from the other side. A bunch of spices you've never seen before. Alright. Kitchen food, anyone? Oh, dude, I did a headshot with a pistol. I never done that before. That was awesome. Let's reload. Oh, that was so cool. I figured he was getting close. Maybe I just shoot him in the face so he wouldn't get me, but his head came off. Damn, now that I know I can do that, I gotta remember that for the future. Though it'll probably never work again, now that it has once anyway. And I've tried that door, and I tried... This door is locked from the other side. Must... Hey, Kenneth, how you doing, Bray? How you doing, buddy? What the fuck? Don't piss him off. Oh god, don't piss him off. The body's gone. And the birds are here. What was in here? Oh, yes. But I don't have anything to put in there. This is where that key was. But I don't have a key to put in there in its place yet. So, without springing the trap. So now it comes down to figuring out where the hell I'm supposed to go. This door takes me back through there. Okay. Oh. But I have, right? Oh no, I haven't tried to go that way yet. Oops. Get rid of the map. Over there. Rooms that are red obviously have something in them. At least I would think so. Typewriter item box. Yeah, there's not a lot of doors. I am getting rather tired too, so it can be kind of a taxing experience to sort of try to figure out where the hell you're supposed to be going. Once the sleepiness starts catching up with you. I need to refill my, what do you call it? My, flask. No, I don't need to examine the lockpick. Alright. So I can go through there. It takes me back that way, which isn't necessarily something I need to do. Huh. Actually, it'd be fast. For where I'm going, it would be faster to go this way. So let's go this back the way we came and to the other end of the hallway. Plus, I think the door is locked from the other side, or whatever it was it said. Game sets a nice atmosphere with just the right touch of music and silence and after I introduced the game to my friends the one weekend, I remember they all were just totally they thought it was a great game. And quickly picked up their own versions and what have you. I guess I will take this fuel here. About half the kerosene still remains. Refill your canteen? Yeah. Alright. I always wanted to try to find a soundtrack for the game. There was one for the second game, but no other ones. It's like it's ready to fall apart. Go through anyway. I think... yeah, whatever, I'm gonna go through. I do think going through breaks the door at some point, so you can't go through it again anymore, but... oh, wait, no, does this unlock the door? No, it doesn't. What the hell? Which room is this, then? Oh. I know. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna go back this way because What I need is in the other direction, if I'm not mistaken. This way. What do we got here? It's locked. The Spencer family emblem is carved into the doorknob. Alright then. Holy crap. An emblem of armor. Run, run, run! And as you can see, like I said, out of freaking nowhere, man. Oh. He took that hit pretty good. Don't let him sucker you. Oh, it's not necessarily... whatever. Okay, am I just, like, not in the good spot? Like, what's... Oops. Am I, like, not in the sweet spot? What's the deal? There we go. Quick spin! Ouch! It's kind of what I was afraid was going to happen. If I didn't get out of there fast enough. Let's see what we got. What's this out here? Oh, lovely. The great outdoors. I hate nature. The frickin' hell was that? Holy shit, it's a dog. Is he dead? He's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Whew! And don't give me any of that, aw, poor doggy. Yeah, it sucks that he got turned into a mutant freak, but he's happier dead, trust me. There's something written in the indentation. The defiler of the accursed coffin. But I really want to go outside. Yeah, that's unlocking a whole new area, so... Hey, doggy. Poor puppy. I'm allowed to say it, I'm the one that shot him. Alright, what candy we got here? I got a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Mini. Yeah, that's a good one. Gotta work on some Halloween candy for a Halloween type stream, right? I mean, I missed Halloween, but, you know, here we go. Alright. Outward to Spencer Mansion. And what was this one? This one was locked, wasn't it? Yeah. Armor, okay. Yeah, I guess we'll go this way. You can't go back. You can never go home. But you can shop there. See if you know what movie that's a quote from. Oh god, I'm going out there. Dude, I need to reload. Holy crap. Check? Yeah, let's get out there. Lock and load. Because something tells me those puppies aren't going to be willing to stay over the fence forever. Hey, doggy. Play dead. I get this feeling I'm going to turn my back on him and he's going to finally just jump that fence, man. There we go. See, we are maximizing our space. Oh, God. Yes, I'll take the green herb. Hurry. Oh, God. He's really thinking about it. You gotta get out of here. Just bugger off. Alright. Made it out of there with our skin intact. That's always an important thing. Let's see where we end up next. Oh, shit! And there we go. Another classic Resident Evil moment right there. Ugh. Yeah. Whew. Damn. That threw me off, because that happens at a different time in the original game. And I kind of forgot about it. Holy crap. That moment there with the dogs in the window is, if you ask anybody who played the original Resident Evil, that is the first time that they literally like wet themselves playing this game, was when that dog comes through the freaking window and tries to eat you. An emblem of a helmet. Alright. Bouncy bouncy bounce. Well then, what are we missing? We've been through there, we've been through there. That door was locked. I don't think no, I haven't picked up any other items yet. So there's gotta be something in these rooms. What was in there then? Basement 1? I think that's what it meant, yeah. Basement 3F. Yeah, if it's red, it's in progress, so you can tell if there's something you need to get there. So I need to go back and check what's in that hallway. Yeah, there's something in the hallway that's over there. Then there's probably something... Oh boy, I gotta check the top floors, both of those large hallways, and figure out whatever the hell it was that the game wants me to find. So, we will go this way. Welcome back, streamer. Don't know if you're watching, but had a bit of a jump scare there. A classic Resi 1 moment. This is... yeah. No worries. You didn't hear me freak out when the dog jumped through the window then, but yeah. As I said when it happened, that takes place at a different time in the original version of the game. So I kind of forgot it was going to happen right then when it happened. So I got a good old jump scare out of it again. That's the good thing about the game, is it, you know, keeps on giving all these years later. So what you think of the game thus far? Is it anything like you expected? Gotta try to set his ass on fire from a safe place. It is not necessary. I disagree. I think it's definitely time to use this right now. Actually, you know what? No, I think I blew his... No, his head is... Nah, whatever. If he gets up, he gets up. There's no knob on the door you can't go through. Yeah, I didn't think so. The camera angles throw you off so bad. Yeah, they do. The original game had the same kind of fixed camera angle, as did the second and third ones. But later on, they finally started adapting. As of Resident Evil 4, that was the first time they adapted a third person over the shoulder, where you can walk around and have your gun drawn at the same time, etc., etc. It helps a lot in the future. According to this, there's something in the freaking hall or something that I missed. I don't think there is, though. Unless they consider the body there not to be something. Come on, let me torch his ass. Yeah, there we go. I'm just curious if that'll, torching his ass will make it clear up that hallway and say there's nothing else there anymore. Oh. Am I that far down the stairs? No, I don't want to look at that. I want to look at the map. No, see, it says there's something here. I guess maybe they consider the unused door there to be something, but usually it refers to an item being there. Because like this one here, I'm pretty sure if I take this green herb and put it in the box in the next room, this will show up as being done. Resident Evil 7. Yes, Resident Evil 7 is a masterpiece of a game. This one, you know, starts it all out, and then you get to Resident Evil 2, and Resident Evil 2 improves on the storytelling as well as, you know, gameplay. And then 3, things got a little shaky, but it was still decent enough. And then after that, I personally lost interest in the series and stopped playing the games after that. I played Code Veronica, and then which was not Resident Evil 4, even though it's the 4th game. And then I turned to I didn't play another Resident Evil game for years. They all just looked ridiculous and stupid, and that was the general consensus. Was even in Code Veronica, like I said, was the last one I played. It began to be too much Hollywood action movie style, you know, shoot 'em up, you know, jumping through the air, firing guns at the, you know, 2 guns at once, kind of, you know, ridiculous action movie oriented, and less horror, and it just turned me off. So I never went back to the series. And then when Resident Evil 7 came out, the trailer was on the doorknob looks like it's ready to fall apart. Go through anyway. Sure. But the trailer for Resident Evil 7 came out, and I was kind of like, I don't know. And then a demo came out, a free demo. So I was like, I'll play the demo, because, like, what harm could the demo do? Because I had played the demos for Resident Evil 5 and 6, and it was just, I did not like it at all. And so I was like, whatever. So when it came time for Resident Evil 7, I wasn't thoroughly expecting anything or impressed. And I quickly changed my mind after I played the demo, because, you know, it's this dilapidated house, and it had gone back into being a horror game again. And so I bought Resident Evil 7 at launch, actually. And took it home, and I played around with it, and it did kind of put me off. It was for various reasons. I'll explain that maybe when I play it more. But when I did finally go back and give it a try again, because I got a VR set for Christmas, and I was like, I need a VR game to play. I had gotten Skyrim in VR, and that was an amazing game to play in VR. But then when it ended, I was like, I kind of need another VR game to play that's really, really good. And I was like, wasn't Resident Evil 7 in VR? And I went back. Sure enough, it was. So I was like, okay. And that was when my Resident Evil my opinion on Resident Evil 7 changed. Because I was actually in the game from beginning to end. Because I hadn't played much of the game. And it was about a 2-year gap between the times that I had first tried it and when I actually got the VR headset and really gave the game an honest-to-God try. So Resident Evil 7 is what turned it around and brought me back into the franchise again. And then Resident Evil 8 now is the newest one, which was just so good. I mean, it wasn't as great. I think 7 is definitely better than 8, but 8 was still decent. So as long as they can continue with the actual, you know, Resident Evil games or horror games bit, that will be, I'll be totally stoked for any Resident Evil games they bring out. I mean, when the Resident Evil Village trailer first dropped, the teaser trailer, I was watching, I was like, oh my god, I don't know what game this is, but I want to play it so bad. And then, lo and behold, it was Resident Evil 8, and I was like, oh, okay. You got me. What is this? You take the emblem? I guess so? There's an indentation where the emblem used to be. Can I put it back for now? I can. Okay, good. I can come back for that later. But yeah, Resident Evil 7 is absolutely a top-notch game, which is why it's one of the ones I'm still willing to play. And I still can't access any of these, can I? I missed a turn somewhere. How do I get to that set of rooms? I need a key of some kind, but where the hell is there a key? Upstairs, those hallways are red. That means there's something there that I have missed. Same with up there. There is there's something else in that room. Both of those rooms. Oh, the room at the very end on the far right there, that's the map. That's why that one is red. But that one on the side, kind of close to the middle there, there's got to be something in there I haven't got yet. And then I don't know what would be in that hallway. And there's still something in the... Oh, yeah, the typewriter room. Yeah, there's... Because I haven't fixed the clock puzzle yet. That's why that room is red. Okay, so the second floor is probably where I'm going to find the answers to whatever the hell it is I'm looking for. Which way was the stair? This way. But yeah, the only Resident Evil games I own, literally, is... I still have the original Resident Evils on the disc for the first PlayStation. I have the first and second one, and the third one, and then the PlayStation 4, I've got this one, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 3 Remake, and then I have 7 and 8. Can something jump scare you when the doors open? In this one, no. In the second one, yes. They did work that into the second one because somebody said, hey, wouldn't it be crazy? Because the doors are actually load screens. Remember, that comes back from the PlayStation 1 era. Loading the next hallway, you needed to have a load screen, but they didn't want to just say loading. So the doors opening was kind of a way of cheating it and having a load screen without it being without it saying loading. And breaking the immersion, so to speak. So for them to work... jump scare into the load screen was actually pretty awesome. And yeah, you open the one door in the second game, I won't tell you which one, it only happens once, but it did happen. And yeah, you open the doors just like you're seeing here, and the door opens, and there's like zombies right there. There's like 2 zombies coming out through the door at you, and it was really awesome. You just jump out of your skin when it happens. Oh, there we go. Oh, botany. Don't do me dirty like that. Tell me. No. I am going to play the Resident Evil 2 remake, and it will happen in there at some point. And to be honest, I don't remember because it doesn't happen in the Resident Evil 2 remake in the same place that it does in the original game. So yeah, use of medical herbs, blah, 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 blah. Heal your wounds and diseases. In this book, we will outline what it does. But I already explained it to you guys earlier. Green is healing, red triples the effects of the others, and blue is poison cure. Okay, that is not the only thing that was in this room. Please don't be the only thing. It is not. Okay, there's something else in this room that I missed. Remember how I said... that there has to be, you have to use your detective skills to search freaking rooms. We gotta figure out where the hell this mystery item that I'm not seeing is, because there's gotta be something in here. Oh, I see it, there it is! A dog whistle. Oh, whoa, sorry. A crumpled memo. Today, Sir Spencer told me to hide something where no one could find it. I figured if I could somehow prove it, protect a dangerous animal like the vicious canine that lives here, no one would be able to go near it. As far as I can tell, the mutt is always hanging around the second floor balcony on the west side of the terrace, and he ought to come running at the sound of the dog whistle. This is where you come in. Thing is, I reckon you're the only person that can get near that damn dog without risking him mauling. Which means only you can put this collar on him. The object that Sir Spencer wants hidden is concealed inside. Blah, 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 blah. Go to the second floor and blow the damn dog whistle. Let's do that. That joke's on me. I'll be scared with you. No, I won't, because when it does happen, it's happened before. It's kind of like one of those things like Jaws, you know. It scares you the first, like, couple times maybe it happens, but after that you sort of know. And although I don't remember exactly when it happens, when it does happen, I'll be like, oh, yeah, that's where it happens. That'll be me. So, joke's on you if you guys jump scare easy. Okay, second floor balcony. It should be straight ahead. Yeah. Yeah, this way. But yeah, so they did like to upgrade it. And the cool thing, like I said, this game had has the scenario with Jill, and it also had Chris. You chose at the beginning of the game, right? Well, the second game, they tweaked it to where there was two survivors. There's Leon and there's Claire. And what they did was the game had two discs instead of just one. And one disc was Leon's game, and you played through Leon's game. And when Leon's game was over, you saved your file, and then you could put in Claire's disc, and you could play it, and you could use Leon's endgame save for Claire's game. And then what happens is you see the flip side of the story, and you play through the game as Claire, but you see what happened to Claire the entire time that you had been playing as Leon, because they keep in touch throughout the game, unlike in this one where you're just Jill until the end and that's it. But in that one, the stories cross over, and if you play it that way, you got to see what happened to Claire the entire time that you were playing as Leon, and then vice versa. Where is that freaking balcony then? It said it's on the second floor. I don't understand. Because where is the second floor, the door to the second floor balcony? You cannot play as Wesker until Dead by Daylight is released many, many years later. But Wesker, he's here somewhere. He's lurking around being Wesker. Okay, I'm looking at the map. I do not see a door that leads outside. I mean, that one there leads outside, but that leads out to the graveyard. It's crazy how I know all those people, so I'm not so lost. Well, that's the thing. It's like I said, you know, I'm playing the games, and, you know, I played all of these games since the start, so I've always known who the characters were. That was why I bought the Resident Evil thing first and foremost. So I can't use this here. Yeah, it's not necessary. Didn't think so. But, no, once you become really well acquainted with the characters, and once you're playing the, something like Dead by Daylight, you know, and you see them all in there, and it's kind of like, man, these people have been through some shit, man. They've had it rough. And then they have to deal with Dead by Daylight on top of it all. Except for Nemesis. Nemesis probably don't care that he has to deal with Dead by Daylight, but, you know. Jill and Chris and Rebecca, they don't deserve that. Okay, let's look at that clue again. Stairs manual. Crumpled memo. So there's a picture. See, does that not look like the stained glass window? Heading in the dark. On the second floor balcony on the west side of the terrace. Feel like that's where I should have been. And yeah, you'll have a better understanding of Wesker and Chris and Jill after this. Especially after the second and third game as well. Of course, Chris and Jill, neither of them makes an appearance in Resident Evil 2. In Resident Evil 2, it's all Claire and Leon. But then in Resident Evil 3, it's just Jill's story. with Nemesis hunting her down, trying to hunt her down and kill her. It's got to be that way. There has got to be something. And in all honesty, that's why I'm not particularly impressed when everyone was like freaking out. I'm probably gonna go a little longer on this one today, but I probably won't go through the whole game today. Like I said, this is actually a fairly long game. If I was playing the original version of this game, I could probably go through it in about an hour or two. Probably, well, not an hour. Probably about 2.5 hours. I could probably blow through it, but this one's a little longer because I never played this one as much. So this one will probably take me like 5-6 hours to go through, and those frickin' birds are back. In fact, I'm actually thinking of cutting it short pretty close here even. Because I am getting kind of tired and it's affecting my problem-solving abilities. But, yeah. I could probably finish this in a stream or two if I really set my mind to it. Resident Evil 2, the remake. That one I played a lot of and a lot more recently. So that one I can actually blow through in one play sitting, actually. Probably do it in about 2 hours, actually. So that one's a lot easier to go through. And that's where you'll see the RPD that you from Dead by Daylight that you know so well. Well, or not so well, perhaps, but after playing, like I said, you play through Resident Evil 2, you become very familiar with the layout of the place really fast. Yeah, I do not know for the life of me where the hell the outside door to the terrace is. I do not see it anywhere. Because I'm on the west side of the building right now. And I'm on the second floor and there's no doors here. I want you to play 2, 3, and 7. I am absolutely going to play 2, 3, and 7. I am going to finish this one because I might as well do them in order. And this way, because 3, if you just jump into 3, you won't know who Jill is prior to, you'll just know she's experienced some stuff. And this way, at least, I mean, you're seeing the zombies, you know, the zombie decapitations going down and the horror she's sort of living through. And why she's kind of, you know, got the post-traumatic stress in 3 at the beginning of 3. And it also leads into, like, why she's being hunted. Because that's a result of this game. And 2, Claire, who's in Resident Evil 2, she's Chris's sister. And if you know, is there something here I never picked up? Oh, this one is empty. Okay, that's what I thought. Don't piss off the birds. But yeah, I will play 2, 3, and 7, but I wanted to play this one, so at least if you see this play through the whole beginning to end, you know who Jill and Chris are, and I mean, we won't see Rebecca unless I play through as Chris again as well, and then we can see, you'll meet Rebecca. But, yeah, 2 would introduce you to Leon, Claire, Ada, and another character who does not make another appearance until much later in the series, in games that I haven't personally played, but certainly an important little character who you won't forget. And 3 is a little more straightforward. It's more just, you know, you're Jill and you're being hunted by, you know. Do the friends come back as zombies? There's one of the doors I'm having trouble getting through. Depending on which version of the game, I honestly don't remember if it happens in this one, but you will find a teammate. There are members of the original team, like Kenneth, who is being killed. You don't get to hunt anybody, no. There are survivors. Rebecca is a member of the first team that came into the mansion here before. Like, she's part of the group we're looking for. And Kenneth, who we found getting eaten by the first zombie, he was a member of the same team. You'll find other ones who are still alive, actually. They're here in the mansion in the areas we can't quite access yet. But when you find them, you sort of find out more. And one of them is dead. And like I said, depending on the version, he can come back as a zombie and attack you, and you have to kill him. But I don't remember if that happens in this one or not. I guess we'll find out when I find him. I know I won't tell you who he is either. But, yeah, there's a lot of really just crazy stuff that's going to go down in here. I just, for the life of me, do not see where the hell... Oh, I know what it is! Why does that map look like RPD but old? They do kind of... This map does look similar to the RPD, actually. The main hall, etc., etc. I see what you're saying there. Like right there, kind of, especially. But the RPD map that you see in the Dead by Daylight game is literally ripped right from the Resident Evil 2 remake. It is a 100% rip, faithful to the game. That was why I was so impressed with it when I found out we were going there. I was like, oh my god, it started me in the main hall, ironically, the first time I played the map on Dead by Daylight. I was like, I am literally in Resident Evil 2 remake right now. This is amazing. On that hall to burn that thing and get the map. The painting or whatever the hell it is. That's my next clue. Once I do that, I will be on the part. RE2 is the map from Dead by Daylight. That good looking, absolutely. The only thing that's different is the junk that the entity has added to the map, like the tentacles that are going everywhere and stuff. That's the only thing added. RPD in Dead by Daylight is the map from Resident Evil 2 Remake. Which is why I said it. I played Resident Evil 2 Remake, and the first time I went into that map, I was such a new player, and I was like, I know where I'm going. It didn't necessarily help me find generators, but I knew my way around. So that was another thing that impressed me by a game like Dead by Daylight, was like the faithfulness that they recreated that stuff with. This is my new clue. Burn this and get that. I totally forgot about this room. There's a map of the mansion, second floor. Yes, but is there anything else? Okay, there's something else. You got the map of the second floor. Okay, now that I can see the whole map, is there something I'm not noticing? Can go that way, but not that way. That's very, very interesting. But yeah, no, they took the code straight from the thing, and like Leon, as you see him, and Ada, as you see them in the game, they are direct rips from Resident Evil 2 as well, like the remake. Same with Jill, the version of Jill that you see. The costume you can buy for her is this one here that you're seeing, the STARS outfit. That's a throwback to the original of this game, obviously. But the one she's wearing more like street clothes, that's Resident Evil 3's outfit. And Nemesis is ripped right from the Resident Evil 3 game, so... when you see them the first time in the game, in the actual game, you're going to be like, wow, that was like a hella faithful recreation. Because that's what I thought. I was like, damn, man, that's like so incredible. And that's why I wanted to get the Claire skin and everything for, the characters. Because it's like, they put the time and effort into cloning them for us. The least we can do is, reuse it. Finish this one so I can see it. Oh, the doorknob is broken. Faster, faster. I have to find the key. I have to find the armor key to unlock the next door. That's the problem. I think it's on that dog, but I have to find this frickin' dog. Where the hell's the dog? Did I miss a door? I missed a door. Oh, I think I know how I get there. Okay, I think I can finish the game faster for you now. I think one door is locked maybe and one isn't. It has a broken thing that I can get through, and that's what I have to go for. I need to go, to that far. I need to go all the way around. So once I, get around there, we can, See all the game, the characters as you remember them being. Because, yeah, the first time I walk into that RPD, you're going to be like, holy crap, I cannot believe the RPD is so faithful. You're going to be getting a whiff of nostalgia, like me when I went in there in Dead by Daylight. I was like, wow, Resident Evil 2. And you're going to go, in Resident Evil 2, when I go in there, you're going to be like, wow, Dead by Daylight. Yeah, this one's locked from the other side. Okay. But yeah, it's kind of funny. You're gonna have like the opposite effect that I did. Okay, so there was a door in there that I missed. That actually makes a little bit of sense now. In here. Here, this was a door? Oh my god, I just thought that was like a thing on the wall. I didn't even think that that was a door. Okay, so that's why I've been running in circles. Like I said, use your bloody detective skills. I did that to myself. Blow the dog whistle. But I didn't hear anything. Hello, doggy? There's one there. Oh, shit. I think you missed the zombies because you were, I think you said you were away for a little bit. I killed a whole bunch of them, actually. There was like 2 or 3. This game isn't as in-your-face, horde battle zombie type game as you'd expect things to be. That wasn't a dog. Well, I mean, it was a dog. It used to be a dog, but he's been dead for a very long time, and his shit's fallen off, so be happy I shot him and he's not in gruesome agony anymore. Because he is technically rotting and still feeling it. You probably don't need this dog whistle anymore. Yes, let's throw the dog whistle away. Beautiful. And if I remember correctly, the next key I need to get further into the mansion is on the back of that damn dog's collar. Now that I found it. What is it? There's a switch. Press it, yeah. Oh, it's a piece of the key. A coin was hidden. Okay. Look, armor. It changed into the shape of a key. There it is. Now I can go spring that trap that was in that one hallway that is, I believe, down through this door that is right beside me now. If I go left, I go through the overhead. Yes, this is where I want to go. Okay. We're back on track. But yeah, once you sort of knew, if I played this game as this version as much as I'd played the original, I'd probably be half done the original by now. This game isn't actually too terribly long. I mean, a lot of games nowadays are really big in terms of like length. And like I said, when you know a Resident Evil game well enough that you've been through it a few times, you can easily blow through a Resident Evil game in, you know, two hours. I'm sure there's speed runs out there that are even faster, but you're not going to get any story or anything if you're unfamiliar with the game that way. Yeah, okay, well, gotta go backwards this way. Oh shit! There we go. Oh, he's gonna come through the door, isn't he? Oh, lordy. No? Okay, I can live with that. Whoever takes this, blah, 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 blah. You find peace and death, dickface. Where did that come from? Where? The zombie or the freaking key that I'm holding? The zombies in the game, you can put them down and they appear to be dead, but if you do not actually decapitate them or burn their body, they will come back after a short while as like super rage zombies. and splatter your ass. So, an emblem of a helmet. So when I go back through that door, he's going to be standing on the other side, and he's going to be really pissed. So that's why you gotta torch their bodies or, decapitate them. Which hopefully I can do before he grabs me. Because he'll start laying a smackdown on me the second I get in there. Where the hell is he? And then you see he buggered right off, but he's gonna be lurking somewhere. I think they called them redheads in the... I can't remember what the slang term they have for the most... This hallway is still red, though. Why is it red? Oh, shit! Damn! Holy crap, he's alive still. And I'm out of fuel, so I can't torch him either. Damn it. Okay, well, I don't need to come back here. I just need to find the way out. Where am I going? I got the armor key now, so I need to go through that door, probably straight out and over here. This way? Yeah, this was the right way, right? It's very disorienting with the camera angles and the way the map looks, etc. As I'm sure you picked up on. This door open now? It's locked. Oh, locked from the other side, okay. Oh, shit! Oh, crap. Don't lag me on the spot. Alright, I'm out of shotgun shells, so we gotta go back to the pistol. And I gotta run. And you see he's grown claws and crap, so he's like extra pissy. Fall, you prick! Yeah, that's right. Let's get the hell out of here. Well, that sucked. Reload, please. Thank you. It doesn't tell me what doors yeah, okay. I'm just gonna try the next door here. I think this is an armor key door over here. We shall find out. It is. What area is this then? Oh, crap. This is the place that I think it is. It is. Around the corner here. Oh, dead person. Foliage plant. Someone was using the bench in place of a stand. Oh, hey, Forrest. Another teammate. I got me a grenade launcher. Oh shit. Well, no, equip that, please. Is it equipped? Oh, there he is. Oh, you got your wish. He came back to life. Burn the whole place down. Yeah, that's on my to-do list, I assure you. Alright. Sorry there, Forrest. You were my pal, but you're in a better place now, right? And in the original game, too, when he got up like, you took the gun and then he just jumped up and he came at you. It wasn't like that where it was kind of a little more cinematic with how they did that. There was no warning. It was all jump scare, so... Second floor. Yeah, there's those rooms up there still. I gotta check these rooms with the mansion key before I go anywhere else. Yay, mansion key. Perfect.
Richard! What happened? You're wounded.
This whole place is a killing zone. There are monsters.
What did this to you?
A big snake. And it had to be poisonous.
Poisonous? Richard, hold on.
Bring me serum. I saw some, but didn't bring any.
I'll go and get it, okay? You're gonna make it.
Thanks.
Yay, a snake. Do you like snakes? I like snakes. Snakes are kind of cool, you know? So that's where we gotta go to get the serum. Of course, I knew that already. Can we avoid... what's his name? I think we can. If we go down this way. Remember that other freezy zombies out there? Why did that sound like a lie from him? Bad voice acting for the, like, probably late 90s, early 2000? Richard's cool, okay? I can't have you slacking, you know, slagging off Richard's good name. But I will give you this. There is a traitor amongst all the STARS members somewhere here in the building. As to which STARS member is betraying everybody, well, I guess you'll just have to wait and find out. He looks cool, but it sounded like a lie. He wasn't. It's locked. Oh, this door's still locked from the other side. Damn it! I do have to go through there then. So is it Wesker? Well, we're not gonna point fingers. I mean, we should give everybody the benefit of the doubt here. But you know, you've met a few of these characters in the past through Dead by Daylight, and there's one very high contender for who's probably the most untrustworthy out of all of them. In case you're wondering back. In case you're wondering why I'm doubling back, is because I have to get fuel for my lighter so I can torch that zombie so he doesn't keep getting up and beating the snot out of me. Because it's only going to get worse over time, and there's some fuel in the thing over here, in the room over here. Yeah, outside where that damn dog is. I knew I was going to have to fight this dog, probably. It's very quiet. Oh shit! Play dead! Holy crap, man. Stay dead. Whew. Yeah, I want to refuel the canteen and get the hell out of here because, damn, man, that was actually really close. If you get attacked, you actually don't get infected with the virus in this game. So you don't have to worry about, you know, catching the virus and being a plague rat and spreading that crap around. Alright, so I have to go... Oh no! What the shit, dude! Holy crap, I forgot that happens. Whew. Well, okay. Try not to go back in there if I don't have to. That was a lot of them coming through the windows. Whew. Shit got intense there for a minute. Alright, I do not have any shotgun shells, and I don't have any use for this diamond yet. So I'm gonna put those away. Wait, though, I think I can... whatever. Oh, hello! What's this? Special instructions for the disposal of dead bodies. We have new information regarding those beings. They may appear to be dead, but they come back to life. Currently, there are two known methods to cease their resurrection: incineration and destruction of the heads. Meanwhile, to those of you who still live, oil has been placed on the first floor. Take as much as you need, but you need to light it with something you have to find yourself. Well, I've already done all that, so we're all good. Hell yeah. Okay, I'm gonna dump this in here, and I am gonna leave this behind, actually. And they might say, that's crazy, but no, I'm gonna leave the grenade launcher for later. I'm gonna grab all the heals, because those are gonna come in handy, especially since I just took some of my first damage. Take the handgun magazine. I gotta lie, I'm doing pretty good for handgun ammo. Oh, can't carry any more items. I wish Dead by Daylight had weapons like that for the Survivor. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. It would definitely make Wesker a lot less cocky. Nemesis, he wouldn't really care very much. He'd take the hits and keep coming at you anyway. For the most part. Okay, and I definitely filled my little canteen. Can I fill it again? There's only a little bit of kerosene. Okay, I could have sworn I could have had more fuel in my canteen, but I guess not. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure a rocket to the face would definitely dissuade someone like Huntress or the Doctor from being dickish to you. Because, you know. Can I unlock that door? I can't check it yet because I gotta go back because this doorknob is broken now. That's great. Can this door be opened now? Yep, good. Oh yeah, we're cooking with gas now. We're gonna get through this mansion a lot faster. And listen to this creepy ass music in here. There's a large scratch in this wall. It doesn't look like the work of those rotting freaks. No, I suppose it doesn't, does it? What could have done that? If not a zombie and not a zombie dog. Will you take the first aid box? Sure. No, I don't. I want to examine it. There's nothing unusual. Well, open it. I feel... Okay, no, okay, yeah, I know, I just want to get out of there. That's the only problem with the same button, looking at things, but not... Oh, what the hell? Shitty camera angle. Is that a herb? It is a herb. Yeah, I'm going to take one herb, and I'm going to eat that herb, because I did get chewed on a little bit there. That'll keep me, for sure, up in the high health range. And I don't need that, nothing in the drawers or on the shelves. Okay. I don't need the ink ribbons, so I can get the hell out of there. The music in this game just, oh, so creepy. Especially when you're alone in the dark. In the basement. Like I am. Use the lockpick. Huh. The freaking hell is all this? Another case full of biological reports. Researchers will. The letter is slipped inside, top is torn off. Alma, I've tried to survive, only to see you again, but my efforts only delayed the inevitable. I am infected, and there's no cure for what will follow, except to end my life before I lose the only thing that separates me from them, my love for you. In an hour, I'll have entered my eternal sleep, where there is peace. Please understand, please know that I'm sorry. Martin Crackhorn. Hey, there's a fishhook. Okay. Various types of fishhooks. The water tank smells like something once lived in there. Perhaps someone was using it to raise some kind of creature? Perhaps. Oh, hey. You can't carry any more items. Damn it all to hell. There's a switch underneath. Press it? Nothing happened. Maybe it has something to do with the insect specimens. Yeah, you think so, huh? Is there something there? It's not necessary to use this right now. Okay, so inventory management, a pain in the ass in this game because you only have very limited slots, so you gotta make a lot of unnecessary runs back to the freaking room to put your crap in the storage box. They did make an effort to sort of work and fix that in the second game, actually, by giving you very limited space, but as you explore, you could find a pouch that would increase your inventory by like four slots, so you could carry a whole bunch. It was actually really well thought out. Okay, no, I don't want to switch. I want to put that in here, and I want to keep the fishhook. And you know what? I still haven't found the shotgun shell, so I am going to put that back. And I am going to take this, just so I have some stomping power. Just in case something really bad happens. So yeah, they did sort of make an effort to fix the inventory space problem in the second game. And it carries over big time into the remake, where you find multiple little pouch add-ons that increase your inventory space over the course of the game, making it bigger and bigger. So it's pretty cool. Yes, take the lure of the bee. Okay, no. Yeah, I know. I need to combine, I'm guessing, the bee. There we go. A lure of a bee. Oh, I have to use it, right? Yeah, there you go. Nothing happened. Interesting. Alright, well, you take the bee? I will take the bee. No. Or maybe? Have I tried pushing it since I put the thing in there? Yeah, nothing happens. Didn't think so. Okay. Oh, over here there's another one. What is this? Ah, there we go. I have to swap them. So I have to put the lure in there, and then put the... Yeah, there we go. And put the specimen one in here. No, I don't want to push it. I want to put the damn thing in there. Use it. There we go. Now we push the switch. Oh. What the hell? Dude. You're alive? Ow! Asshole. That bee took 2 gunshots to the face to go down. Let that frickin' sink in for a minute. I don't think there's anything else of any note in here then. I guess we can check the map to find out. Is it red? It is not. We are good to get out of here then. Oh, I squished him. So let's do this. Also, depending on the kind of choices you make during the game can determine whether your partner lives or dies. Over the course of how I'm playing here, Barry could very well end up being killed. So you sort of have to, you know, play it right. And it's the same with Chris. If you're playing as Chris's scenario, and Rebecca, she's the one that you end up trying to survive with. And she can end up being killed if you don't, you know, make the right choices in the right places in how to handle certain situations. Okay. Oh, I'm supposed to be getting that serum for him, which I think is opposite side. Damn. I should probably go get him that poison antidote, you know. There's no timer on that. The result is the same regardless of how much I've been... Oh, was there a note on the wall? I left you some bullets in the room in the right. Feel free to use them if you manage to get yourself in trouble, Barry. Yeah. Yeah, regardless of how long it takes us to get the serum to what's his name, we're going to have the same kind of outcome. Alright. I need to go all the way around, straight across. Yes, I do. Okay. Gotta go this way. Poor Richard. He's been sitting there waiting so patiently for me. But yeah, the opening intro to this game, like I said, it had that you know, big cutscene with the, you know, dogs in the forest. And in the original game, they actually shot a live-action movie for that, which was really cool. It's not the best Hollywood acting, that's for damn sure, but it's still one of those things where you really gotta sort of watch it to really appreciate it. If you go on YouTube, actually, and just type in Resident Evil 1... What the hell is that? Oh, crap, someone's breaking in. Oh, hey, dude. I'll meet you downstairs, okay? He's not up yet either, but he's gonna get up soon if I don't torch his ass. Alright, there's the serum. Hell yeah! Let's give him some serum. Alright. I'm gonna need to, you know what? I'm gonna go out here and kill these zombies first. And then I'm gonna save the game before we go any further, because, bad things could happen here in the near future, possibly, if I don't save again. It has actually been quite some time since I saved. Not gonna lie. There we go. So you can toast yourself up nicely. Would you call me? Yeah, that's right. This America. Whoa! What the hell? Stay down, you prick. Oh, not necessary to use this now? I disagree. He does like me. That's why he's tunneling my ass right now, right? Well, that was kind of a cool camera angle for once to see the, see him burning. Okay, so now that I've done that, and I'm out of fuel again, I'm actually going to leave these here. No, I don't want the stupid chemical. Get rid of the chemical. I'm going to take the lighter, got to take the serum, and I'm going to take first aid, and I'm going to take first aid. Yeah. Now that I think about it, I think I can unlock this door that's over here too, and I think I might do that right quick. Because I think when I do that, the key will disappear. I'll have used it the last time I need to. Yes. And I think there's one more door through here that I can use the mansion key on before it's finally useless. Oh, what's that? A battery thing. Oh, yeah. I think eventually I get like a... I hear something moving. No? Huh. Okay, I know what's over there. Over there is where I use that plant chemical from. And I'm hearing creaks and all kinds of stuff. There we go, I unlocked it. Now I can finally get through this damn doorway that had been blocked by this entire time. So here's the original hallway where Kenneth got killed. I can still do it. Damn, man. Okay, I guess there was a lot more use out of the mansion key than I expected. Okay. We will come back here. First, we really have to get our serum to Richard. I mean, the guy's been waiting very, very patiently. So let's haul ass back to where he is. And we'll get him his medicine so he doesn't have to feel like puking everywhere. And then we'll help him with his snake problem. And I didn't save the game, did I? Well, that's okay. I'm sure I'll survive whatever's coming. And I can also save when I get over there again anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Is this the last door for the mansion key? Maybe, yes. Oh, that's a helmet. Okay, never mind. I'm just trying to, like, see if I could use the mansion key up, and then I would free up a space in my inventory for, like, a heal or some bullets or something. But, you know. Game apparently would rather I didn't. Don't be dead. Richard is already dead. What a tragic fate for such a close friend. Well, if he's dead, I don't need to go through there yet. What the freaking hell was that? That did kick, right? I wasn't imagining that, right? Okay, that was weird. I didn't imagine, right? The door did shake a bit or something when I walked past it, right? When I left. Yeah, what the hell? Okay, screw that. I'm not playing around with the ghosts, man. No, okay, yeah, I know. I did, yeah. As I said, the button to open the door is the same as the one to use items, and so you end up going through things you don't intend to. And this is another puzzle that I do not feel like fixing right now. So I'm going to pop this sucker and get the hell out of here. Alrighty. I'm going to come back over here just to tweak my inventory one more time before I go through that door. And I'm going to save my game, because I have not saved in a bit. And it's just generally a good idea. And that door was shaking. That was weird. I don't remember that happened in the first playthrough. But okay. Alright, for the I guess I don't need the serum, because he's dead. And I don't need this key for the moment. Well, maybe I will need the key. Yeah, I'll hold on to the key. I'm gonna take another mixed herbs with me. And oh wait, I have to save. Duh. I didn't let him die. He was very, very ill. Here we go. Medical storage room. Okay, if the save is successful, let me get out of the screen, please. It's not bad for that. And we're gonna go back on up there. Do. Alright, now let's go find out what the door shaking was all about. Oh shit! In your face! Maintain a respectful distance, bruh. Well, you said you wanted to see more zombies. There's one. He's gonna be... Crap, there's another one. There's another one. Oh, boy. That's probably not good. Okay, is there anything here? Oh, bullets. Okay, I'll take bullets. Up my clip some more. Oh, I'm on empty. That's great. Alright. What's over here? Oh, here we go. I think I light the candles, yes? No? Gotta come around here. Light the candles. An unlit candlestick. She's so observant. Those are the detective skills right there. What the How am I not hitting him? She's aiming right freaking at him. Are you serious, dude? Turn. Thank you. That's just... Whoa, I can push the thing. Okay. I do want to do that, but I want to get out of there first. Thank you. The hell is this? Oh, crap! Ah, you friggin' asshole! Get off of me! Can I open this? What's in there? Oh, there's music in there. Oh, crap. Let's get the hell out of here. Shit! Alright, well, this got entertaining really fast. The shelves are lined with glasses. Yeah. So you're like immune across there, huh? A-hole. Okay. Well, I found the music thing there. I will return to this room with fuel and a shotgun. Hopefully. I mean, I think the grenade launcher blows them apart so that you can just, Oh, I love that guy. That guy's totally gone. It's locked. An emblem of a shield. Okay, so I can't even get in there yet. That's great. That's really great. You know what? I have a lot of heals already, so I'm going to just come back. Don't do your turning. These controllers, I cannot wait. See, you're excited to see Resident Evil 2 Remake, so you can see this and that. I'm excited to get the controller and camera angles back from Resident Evil 2. That's what I'm looking forward to playing. Well. Yes, right. Yes, take the music score. So we can get the hell out of Dodge. I don't think there's anything else in here. Oh, yeah, now... I looked at that shelf. Remember it said there was stupid wine glasses and crap in there? And now it's like, oh, by the way, now there's shotgun shells there. You just, you know, you didn't look at the right pixel. Now you're making me waste a full heal to pick up these shotgun shells because I really, seriously, for the love of God, do not want to come back in this room ever again. that other guy is out here, like, super pissed all of a sudden. Alright. Guess we'll go back to the pistol. And everything else we were doing. I got the music notes now, so I can go back to that other room. There's that freaking zombie. Oh, I like that you're just conveniently laying there and I can't walk over your body. That's good. I need to go down. Where's the room at the piano? It's back this way. Oh, I guess there was this room, but I can't go back in there anyway because my thing is full. So that's fantastic. Alright, 231. It'll actually be kind of funny when you're watching the Res 2 remake. You'll see, again, in reference to Dead by Daylight, as we're going through the RPD, next time you're playing Dead by Daylight, you'll probably start noticing things like there's actual clues from the game and everything, because the place, like I said, is faithfully 100% recreated, and so you're gonna start to see a lot of the passwords and things that are like relevant to the Resident Evil 2 game on the walls and everything. They're all still in there, so you'll be like, hey, I remember that. Because there's like a locker combination. One of the lockers in the room where the showers are is written on a whiteboard that's in there, and it's actually still there in the Dead by Daylight. So you like run through the room and you can see the locker combination is there. And no, I've never tried to see if it still works because I think the locker is still open already when you play the RPD in Dead by Daylight, but I could be wrong. I don't know, next time I'm running in there being chased by Leatherface, I guess I'll stop and look, but I don't think it's shut anymore. Alright, I need to go straight there. And this way. But wait, what was that though? Huh. First this room. Let's solve the puzzle that's in here. And just get it out of the way so we don't have to come back to this room again. Slide, slide, slide. Alright. How badly do I not want to die here? Woe to those who disturb my sleep. There's a switch here. Press it. Hell no. What are we looking at here? I'm assuming there's a pattern. There's something in this depression, but the gate is in the way and you can't reach it. I'm trying to look at those portraits above the wall. I'm assuming that's somehow the layout that we have to put the knights in. Because like the one on the far left is red, the third one is red, and the other two are just like white. So it's like shield, axe, sword, and a lance. What's the layout in here looking like? I don't know. Huh. Oops. So shield needs to be... Oh, wait. Is it... Or maybe it's not so much that. Maybe I have to push the axe and the sword back in. Can I push them? Yeah, okay. And the other one is a sword, right? The third one? Oh, wait, no, it's the... Shit, I did that wrong. I have to leave and come back and it should reset. And if it doesn't, then maybe I can pull things. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, there we go. It resets it. So I have to push in this, yeah, the shield and the sword have to be pushed in. Oh? That's interesting. Can I push it now? Shit! Okay, yeah, no, don't run! We screwed it up! Hit the button, come on! Damn. Okay, I guess I read that sign wrong. Alright, let's try again. Yeah, it just resets, at least it should. Unless I have to push the stupid button again to stop it from poisoning the room, which I don't, yeah, I don't think it... Okay, good. Alright, oh, no, do not push him. Oh my lord, this is getting awkward. Okay, here we go. So the shield and the lance seem to be out, or it's the axe and the sword that actually do go back in then? Maybe? Yeah, okay, let's try the axe and... No, that doesn't make sense. Can you pull it? I don't think I can pull it. That was the sword, and then this is the axe. Oh, but he popped back out. Oh, wait a second. I pushed him in before, and that pushed the sword back in. Oh. So maybe now I push this guy back in, so they're all back in the right place. No. Oh, I see. So it's shield. Then is it the axe? Because that would be the order the pictures are in. No, because then he pops back out. Huh. Interesting. So what is it then? It's a shield, then there's the axe, the sword, and then the lance or whatever. Or am I seeing it wrong and the sword is not that one? And shield. Well, they were all out before, and I pushed the shield in, and that pushed the sword out. Or I pushed the sword in. Oh, is that it there then? How about looking at it from another angle? Well, I just got them all back in the starting position. That might be all I needed to do. Yeah, there we go. Okay. There we go. A jewelry box. And what have we got in a jewelry box? No, I know I can't use it. I want to examine it. There's a switch. Yeah, I'm going to press it. What's my other option? To just stare at it? Sunshine will awaken me. Interesting. I think I had the sun crest already, didn't I? Alright, well my inventory's full again, so we'll go put this in the, we'll go back to the box and we'll see if that crest I got was the sun crest. I don't remember if it was or not. Because there's 4 of them. I know that much. Alrighty then, well, let's throw you away in here. Cha-ching. Where is... Actually, I should put you in there instead of the jewelry box, because I need to see that thing. Where is it? No, it was a wind crest. Okay, so this definitely has to go away in here for now, until I can find the right thing for it. And I got that music right now, and I know exactly where that has to go, so let's go get rid of that for now. And then I think what we'll do... Well, actually, let me pose you a question. I think you're my only viewer right now. Anyway. Yeah, okay. You really want to see the Resident Evil 2 remake. So how we could pause it. I'm probably about a third of the way through this game. So what we could do, we could save this game here, and we could start up Res 2 remake, and you could see the first portion of that one as well. You want to do that? I drive a hard bargain. I know, right? Will you use the ink ribbon? Yes, we will use the ink ribbon. We will save our game, and we will check out the Resi 2 remake. And so what I'm going to do then, I will end this stream, and then I will immediately start the second stream, that is the Resident Evil 2 stream, and then I'll just have this one as a part 1, and then the other one will be a part 1 of Resi 2, etc., etc. And then we will do it that way. So this is over, so I can actually dump out of this game. So yeah, I will end this stream here, and I will be right back with the second stream, which will start the next game out. Just gotta put the disc in. So I will see you over there, and we will finish up. Anybody who is really interested in this stream, obviously I will finish this game as well. I'll get back into it tomorrow, and we will play some more of this game, and probably even finish it up. And then, yeah. Alright, so I will see you all in the next broadcast.